bridges all are broken, and the enemy surrounds. When all else seems to fail you, and no hope is around, that's when I lift my eyes to you, and I will not be shaken, and I will not fall down. For you, my God, you'll save me when my world comes crashing to the ground. Now bridges all are burning, the fence is breaking down, and everyone's deserted me. No, not one stuck around. And now I lift my eyes to you, and I will not be shaken, and I will not fall down. For you, my God, will save me when the world comes crashing down, and I will not be shaken. No, I will not fall down. This world keeps trying to break me, and I will stand my ground. I will not fall down. You're my protector, and you're my king. You're my keeper, my supply for everything, and I will not be shaken. No, I will not fall down. For you, my God, you'll save me when the world comes crashing down, and I will not be shaken. No, I will not fall down. Though this world keeps trying to break me, I will stand my ground, and I will not fall down. Okay, so let me ask you a question. What are your hopes? What are your dreams? Do you guys ever dream, of course? Yeah. Do you ever think about, okay, what am I going to do in 10 years from now? You know, and when I was in high school, I was playing in a classic rock band, and I was thinking, like, this is awesome. You get to go up on stage in front of everybody else, you get to turn your amplifier really loud, and you just get to be the center of the world, and everybody pays attention, and everybody's dancing, and I was like, this is great. I was like, what I wanted with my life, and I was dreaming there, I was like, I want an adventure. You know, I want to do something, I want to be in a band, I want to go on a tour. You know, the tour, you get to go to a different city every night, and you get to sleep on the floor of different people say, come on over to my house, you can sleep on my floor, and then you can catch the bus tomorrow, and you can go to Philadelphia and then New York, and you have a tour, and you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. I wanted to have an adventure, and I wanted to have a lot of fun. You know, I didn't want to work in a 9-to-5 job, or I wanted something exciting with my life. And then third, I wanted to do something good for other people, because I met a lot of people in their lives that all they cared about was themselves. And that was, to me, that was probably one of the most uncool things that I could think of. So those were my 3 criteria when I was dreaming. I wanted to do these things. And so I moved to Nashville, and I surrounded myself, there were a lot of really, really good musicians. There's a lot of rock music, there's a lot of country music, there's a lot of blues that come out of Nashville. Probably every one of the big record labels is have an adventure in life, you got to take some risks. You know, you got to move away from your home and all these things. And so one day, after playing so many times, I realized, okay, this is my dream and this is how I'm pursuing it. But after every performance, you have that moment where you're like, you know, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. You know, it's not it's fun on stage, but the next day it's just kind of like, it's empty. There's something else. And I was like, okay, no, I just gotta have more fun. You know, the next night I gotta have more fun. And you just keep going, and you realize, okay, this is empty. What am I doing? And so one day I was in the computer lab at college. I was studying music recording. And so we were in the lab. I was doing my homework, and I came to this picture. John Paul II, who was just beatified last week. I loved him, and I looked up a picture. I looked at a picture on the computer. It pops up, and there's John Paul II in St. Peter's. If you've ever been to Rome, St. Peter's is like one of the largest and most beautiful churches you can ever go into in your life. And here was John Paul II in St. Peter's, and before him there were like 50 young men, and they were laying on the ground. They were laying prostrate. And I was like, whoa, what's happening in this picture? And it turned out it was an ordination. The Holy Father was ordaining 50 priests. And they were laying there on the ground in a position of total submission. And basically, they say when they lay down on the ground before you ordain a priest, it's basically like, God, here are my hands, here's my feet, here's my whole body. Take with me and do whatever you want with me. And at that moment, God said to me, he's like, you know that adventure thing about going places, about having the most fun, about doing good for other people? It's like, I got an adventure for you. It's better. You know, I got an adventure for you. It's like, come and follow me. See what these guys are doing? You do that. You do that. And I was like, whoa. He's like, are you brave enough to do that? It's like, my plans, I made you. I created you. You know, I made the stars in the sky, you know, I put them all in the right place. I made the sunrise. I made all of the most beautiful things in the world. And I'm the one who designed your life. I have an adventure for you. He's like, do you trust me? You know? So I had this dilemma. God's plans, over here, take this risk. You know, leave Nashville, go to the seminary. What am I going to tell my friends? You know, God's plans. He's like, do you trust me? Are you brave enough? My plans. God's plans. My plans. The dilemma. I'm not the only one who's had this dilemma in my life. I wanted to invite up to, for the next song, I want to invite Javier up here.
So what John was talking about, you know, like God's plan and then our plan. And sometimes God's plan isn't really what you think is the best plan or what you think is the easiest plan to do. When I was in high school, I decided to give a year of my life to the church. This is what I'm doing right now, is giving a year of my life to the church. Except all of my friends, I remember all of them just stare at me like, you're insane, you're crazy. This is something you cannot do. You're missing college. Yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory. You're missing out on college. Yeah, you should not go. But everything in my heart was telling me, yes, you need to do this. And this song was dedicated to the times when it was probably the hardest to accept God's will. Yet now, when I realize it the most, this is the best thing for me, and I will never regret it. This is called John.